Happy Thursday night, y'all. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's going down? What's going down in London town? I have a story for y'all today. Man, Christina Randall, if you're out there, shout out to you, girl. You're going to like this one. There's a sucker born every minute. This time it was me. This is a true story. Hi, y'all. My name is Rhonda Mills. I am an artist. Oh, let me stick a painting up here so you can see something. I'm an artist. Let's see if we can get this to stay up here. And look at you. I don't know. Can y'all see? Okay. So my Instagram is Rhonda Mills 67 if you want to see my art. And you're already on my YouTube, so you probably know about it. I'm just saying. So, a long time ago, I was watching TV and I ended up watching one of those shows where the women date the men in prison and marry them. And I got all caught up in the show, right? And I feel for these people that are, are alone and in prison. God says to visit the people in prison, and I have a soft spot for people in prison. That could be any one of us at any second, at any point in time. Could have, would have. I mean, you just never know. So, like I said, I felt for them. And I had no desire to marry somebody in prison, but I have always felt like I'm alone, right? Like in my own little prison, if you will. Like even if I'm sitting in a room full of people, like I'm by myself, right? And I thought, I'm gonna write to one of those guys. I bet y'all can already like read the lines and see where this is going. But I'm like, I'm gonna write to one of those guys. I'm sure that, you know, somebody would love to get a letter from some stranger. Like it might be something fun to do, like read a letter, right? Y'all. Okay, so I don't know what website it was, so I can't tell you. But I think the television show referred to this type of website where you can go and basically shop for prisoners. I mean, I don't know a better way of putting it, but you can, like, I don't know, I think you choose from their pictures first, and you're able to look up their record to see if they have like anything violent on there, like if they were, uh, you know, I don't know if I can say the word on here, but if they did one of those things that you do to women that's not nice, then I didn't want one of those, and I didn't want anybody that had killed somebody, and all that kind of stuff. I was, hoping it was like somebody that, screwed up with drugs or, something, something like that, right? And so I found this guy, and naturally, I didn't choose somebody that I thought was not attractive, right? So I chose this guy and wrote him a letter. When he wrote back and sent me pictures, and the guy was like unbelievably smoking hot, right? And you're thinking, like, this can't be this guy. Like, this is probably some guy that's like 5'2", 130 pounds, and he's just using these guys' pictures to get, women to talk to him or something. Like, maybe that guy's not even there anymore. I don't know. So that's where my thoughts are. I'm thinking if there's any distrust on my part, it's that he isn't who he says he is, right? So we start writing, we're writing for like a long time. And then he's like, I sure would like to talk to you on the phone, blah blah blah. Y'all who've been in prison or watched all these prison stories, I know where I'm headed. So, um, of course, I had to put money, for his phone calls. But it was like something like $30. And I was like, I ain't sending this guy no money. I told him, like, from the beginning, like, I'm not sending you money. But I thought, it would be fun for me, too, to talk to him on the phone. Like, I'll pay $30 to talk to this guy on the phone, whatever. So I put money on his books, and he would call me, and we would talk. And he told me about his crime. And the other thing is, when I was looking for, when I was doing my shopping, right, I made sure I got somebody that was really far away. Like, I wasn't going to find no prisoner in Texas so that I was going to fall into something and then wind up in a situation, right? I was like, I'll get somebody really far away that's maybe not getting out soon and, just write to them. And, that way it'll be safe. It'll be safe. They're really far. It'll be okay. Because I didn't want somebody turning stalker on me either, right? Coming after me. So I'm like, I'm going to get somebody really far. So I did. I mean, he was in Oregon, for Pete's sake. I mean, I'm in Texas, right? That's a long way away. But we talked back and forth on the phone, and it wasn't long, and I started to find out that he's going to be getting out soon. And I had never envisioned that. I was envisioning writing to somebody for a long time, and like it would be cool, you're like, when's the letter gonna come? And it's fun. And if you've ever been anywhere where somebody writes to you, it's fun when letter day comes. I've been there. So anyway, he starts telling me that he doesn't have clothes. Well, first of all, let's not even do that. Let's get to the part where we're talking about what he's going to do when he gets out now, right? And he's like, I've never been to Texas, and you know what I'm saying? He's starting to talk, and the guy is hot, so I'm listening, right? Women, anybody with me, anyone. So I don't know, really. I don't remember how. I blacked a lot of this out, y'all. This was a very painful experience, okay? I don't know how, but somehow we figured out that if I went up there and visited him and we saw each other in person, we'd know a whole lot better what step B, C, D should be, right? Like, I mean, we haven't seen each other in person. What if we really don't like each other? And it's like, I don't want you to come near me or something. I mean, we don't know, right? So we're like, we got to figure this out. And I'm like, yeah, we need to figure this out. Y'all. So then it began, right? He's like, send me some pictures. I sent him the pictures. I sent him a lot of pictures. A lot of pictures. And this is when I had watched a lot of prison stuff, but not a lot of the, it was like mostly on the crimes, how long they were there kind of stuff. Not like the ins and outs and what goes down and the scams and the hustling. And I didn't know about all of that stuff yet because, y'all, this was a really long time ago. Can I put a year on this? I don't know. So just, it was over 15 years ago. Let's just go with that. It was over 15 years ago. So I brought y'all a couple pictures, not a lot because there's a lot. But I just wanted y'all to see And I'm not going to put his face on here because I don't know if I legally can, but I'm going to tell y'all even more here in a second. So I start sending him pictures. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I start sending him pictures. That's one of the more delicate pictures that I sent him. Y'all, I was doing whatever I could to get these through the mail and not get in trouble. Okay? Sending him pictures. Oh my gosh. Now, I believe that this is the first photo that I saw when I was choosing pictures. And like I said, y'all can't see his face. But you're going to get the feel of what I'm talking about. I'm just going to cover up like the majority of his face. Okay. Trust me when I say the face matches the body, okay? It does. It does. It doesn't make them. It doesn't give you any bonus points, right? Like, it doesn't make it any better because there's a bunch of good looking, you know, turd knockers. Okay, so this is me visiting him at the location. Yep. Yep. I was there. Y'all, I don't go anywhere by myself. Y'all have heard that in the video. Y'all, I got on a plane, got a hotel room, got a rental car, drove around Oregon by myself. And let me tell you how many times I went back and forth to the prison. Because they didn't like what I was wearing. You know, he told me not to do anything crazy, so I knew not to like come in all, right? I knew that. I wore something completely normal. They wouldn't let me near, you know, because there was like one big guard shack, and then you had to walk a ways to get to the other guard shack before you got into the building. Yeah, I wasn't even getting past the first one. So they're like, you need to go put something back on. We can't see the form of your body. We don't want to see the form of your body. And I'm like, okay. So I mean, I only brought so many clothes with me, right? I'm not from there. So I go and put on the baggiest, like whatever I have, that, you know, like comes up to here and that I can wear. Mm-mm. Now, they didn't let me in. So now I've traveled all this way, and now I've got these guards jacking with me, and I'm mad. I'm like, I am not from here. I'm from Texas, y'all. I don't have a bunch of clothes. I'm leaving. Like, it was like, I don't know if I got there on a Friday and I was leaving Sunday. I'm like, I'm leaving Sunday. I don't have time for all this. I'd hoped to go visit him all, you know, several times. So finally, I was so mad. I found a Walmart. I went to the Walmart and I went to the men's section, and I got the biggest like 2X jogging pant, or what do you call them, sweatpants, and big shirt, you know, sweatshirt. And I put that big baggy crap on and I went up there. Now here's how I'm going to meet this guy for the first time. I was so mad, y'all. I can't tell you. So finally they let me in. They're like, okay, that's fine. And it's not that I have a problem with authority. I have a problem with jerk. Like, if you're an authority and you're not a jerk, I'm fine. Tell me to sit down or whatever. But if you're a jerk, I got a problem with jerk. I got jerk reactions to jerk. And I was already mad. And they got us sitting right in front of, like, we are 3 feet away from the 2 guards that are up in their little high loft thing looking down on us and listening to every, you know what I mean? Like, there was, like, literally, oh, I was so mad. And so, We hugged when he first got in there. They said, you know, you can't kiss, can't do this, can't do that, and all this, you know, all these rules, which for me were ludicrous because I wasn't in prison. But anyway, so I got to hug him, and then he sat across from me, and we sat like with our knees together and tried to hold hands. And every time we'd hold hands, we would, you know, get in trouble. It was like so beyond ridiculous. And then I'm a loud, you know, emoting kind of a person, right? And boy, they didn't like that at all. They were just mad dogging me the whole time. They just wanted me out of there. So anyway, eventually I go back to my room. I don't go see him the next day because I'm getting on a plane and it's not worth going up there again. So I get home and, you know, it's like we obviously liked each other. So he starts telling me that he needs clothes to get out with. He needs release clothes. And I thought, well, okay, like I would even do that for anybody if I had the money, you know, if anybody needed it, I would do it. So here I go, right? I go shopping for him, get him some pants and a shirt and underwear and, you know, socks and boots and like, you know, a full on outfit to come out with. That looked pretty cool. But that wasn't, I didn't spend too much. I just went and got the most basic stuff. Sent it to him. He was like, thanks. I don't know if it was like, I think it was the following letter. Here comes the, like, what do they call that? It's not Dear Johnny because I'm a girl, but you know, here comes like the Dear Susan letter or whatever, you know. It's not you, it's me. I think you can find somebody better. I appreciate and all that stuff. If I was allowed to go in that prison and choke him personally, I would have done it without a problem. I was so mad. So here's some more of these shots that he was sending. Let's do that. Yep. That's so long ago. That's before I even went pink or red because my hair's been pink or red for probably about 13 years. So, yep, that was a really long time ago. And that was me. Oh, it says 07 on here. So, there you go. That's when that was 2007. What a freaking night. I am not a person that writes poems or anything, but I actually wrote a country song. It sounds hilarious saying it out loud, but I actually wrote a country song because of this situation. And I wanted Miranda Lambert to get it and sing it. But I don't know how to do that. I don't know how you're supposed to get material to singers and all that stuff. But I still have it sitting there. Miranda, if you're out there and you hear this, I've got your next song, girl. I promise you. I promise you. Anyway, y'all have a good Thursday night, y'all. And I will talk to y'all later.